What's up, course hero? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about Thrivecart and how you can connect Thrivecart with your online course using Zapier. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so I'm in my Thrivecart account, and if you are going to connect your Thrivecart with your online course platform, obviously you need to be logged into your Thrivecart account. I'm not going to create a product because that is a little more involved. So hopefully you already have a product, and what I'm going to show you in this video is how when someone purchases your digital product from Thrivecart, you can enroll them into your online course, whether you're hosting that course on Teachable, Thinkific, Kajabi, my favorite, Zenler, or any other platform, even the New Heights platform. So you should be able to do that, do this regardless of the platform, because the concept is the same. I'm going to show you how I do this today in New Zenler, but again, you can do it on any platform. So I'm in one of my products, and on that product, once you are into your digital product, what you can do is go into the behavior settings. So right now, if I go to products and just search for this one product right here, I'm going to go into, let's go to page 2. This is the product that I'm going to show you a demo on. So if I go into edit, what I'm going to do is right now there's a A/B test running, so I just have a warning here from Thrivecart. Any changes you make might affect your A/B test results. We're not going to make any changes. I'm just going to show you how you would set this up. On top, you see the 4 tabs. So you want to go to the one which it says behavior, and this behavior basically allows you to add behaviors when certain actions are taken with your product. So you can see I have 3 behaviors that I already have configured in here. The one that we're going to concentrate on is to add to a Google spreadsheet. This is just one way of doing it. This isn't the only way of sending your students into your school or enrolling students into your school based on their transaction in Thrivecart. You can do it many different ways. I just like to use this because it's a built-in integration with Thrivecart. Thrivecart has a direct integration with Google Sheets, and then I use Zapier to start the automation whenever a new entry happens in that Google spreadsheet. Might sound complex, don't get worried, it is super easy. Thrivecart and Google spreadsheet and Zapier really talk to each other very well. What we're going to do here is, you can see, actually let me go to a different product just so I can add a row to show you how that's done. So I'm going to go to this one which does not have any A/B testing going on right now. And what you do is you simply add a rule here. If you don't have any behavior rules, you'll just see this button. So click on the button to add a rule, and then here you can select when this rule should fire. In my case, I want the rule to fire when the main product is purchased, but the different options you have is when the main product is refunded, cart is abandoned, or payment is declined. So I'm just going to say whenever this main product is purchased, add this person to the Google Sheets. Google Sheets integration is direct. You should see it here. If for some reason you don't see it here, then what you need to do is go into your account settings. I'm going to open the settings in a new tab, and then you're going to go to integrations, I think, view integrations, and here you can select the integration that you want to do. I think it comes direct integrated with Google Sheets, but if you don't see it for some reason, you can collect it right here. So you can collect your connect your payment gateways, autoresponders, that will be your MailerLite, or let's see what integrations they have. So they have with MailerLite, MailChimp, Entreport, HubSpot, ConvertKit, ActiveCampaign, Aweber, Drip, and GetResponse. So these are the email marketing systems that they integrate with, but they also integrate with Zapier. So if your email marketing platform is not listed here, you can connect them with Zapier. Same thing with membership platforms. Oops, I clicked too fast. Wishlist member, Teachable, Digital Access, Member Mouse, Member Press, and Optimize Member. There is an AppSumo deal going on. I know we digress, but on Wishlist member, so if you have Wishlist member, it integrates with Thrivecart directly. So that's good to know. And then you also have webinar platforms, and right now only Demeo connects. And then you have fulfillment services. So here's where I have the Google Sheets setting, but you have all these fulfillment services you could use. So maybe Google Sheets isn't out of the box, which means you just have to do this one extra step of connecting it. But once you connect it, everything works seamlessly. And then you have a bunch of other stuff as well. Here again, you have Google Sheets, Slack, and Zapier. So these are notification platforms and mostly used for cart abandonment sequences. Let's go back to my product here. You're going to add this new rule here and say when this product is purchased, use Google Sheets and add them to a very specific spreadsheet. In my case, it's this one, which is called Platform App Builder. But I can also do a test sheet. Any Google Sheets that you have connected your Google account with are going to show up here. So right now, you can either create a new spreadsheet if you want. So I'm going to say, okay, let's go ahead and create a new spreadsheet. And I'm going to call this test. Now this is going to connect with my Google account and create a brand new spreadsheet in my Google account. And now you can decide what things you want to exclude from this Google spreadsheet, which means anytime the product is purchased, do you want to send the pricing info, the personal info, and their shipping info to your Google spreadsheet, or do you want to exclude some of them? And you can also run this only in specific locations. So you can select which locations to run this rule in. Right now, we are just going to run it everywhere. And then finally, you just hit save. So your new rule has been saved. Now to test this rule, you have to test it in a test mode. You cannot test it using 100% coupon because it just won't fire the rule. I'm going to go, this part is done. Now what we need to do is first we need to go into Google Sheets to make sure that we have the spreadsheet located there. So let's hop on to my Google Sheets account. Real quick, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and this way you will get alerted anytime I release a new video. This channel is all about online courses and how you can become a course hero if you aren't already one. Thank you for that. Let's continue with this video. All right, I'm in my Google Sheets account. You can see there's a new file here called YouTube test, which matches what I had created in Thrivecart, and it's a completely blank spreadsheet. Perfect. Now what we need to do is, third step would be to go into Zapier. But before we head into Zapier, if you have used Zapier even once, you know Zapier loves to pull in samples. So we need to make sure that we have some sample data in this Google spreadsheet. So I'm going to go back into Thrivecart, and here what I'm going to do is go back to the product and go to pricing, just the product, and I'm going to put it in test mode for a second, just to save and get the URL and send that test data into my spreadsheet. So we're going to copy this URL. I'm going to place this order. I'm going to pause this video while I place this order, and then I'm going to come back when I'm ready to hit the submit button. So hang in there. I'll be back in a jiffy. Okay, I just placed an order. Woohoo! Now let's go back into my Google spreadsheet, and here it is. So I have a event here. The purchase event happened. Again, this was a test product, so obviously the money really didn't go in, but this was just to show you how it is done. So here's my order details, and now I can set this up in Zapier. Before I do that, I'm going to go back to my product here and take this out of test mode and put it back into my live mode. So now we are all set here. Now I'm going to go into Zapier, create a new Zap, and the trigger of the Zap is going to be the Google Sheet, not a Thrivecart order, a Google Sheet. Again, this is just my way of doing it. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the right way or the only way. There are many ways you can do this. You can do it triggering on Thrivecart. The reason why I like to use Google Sheets also is because it becomes the central repository of my data, and I know that's kind of like the source of truth for all my data. Another reason for me to use Google Spreadsheets, but you can do it any way that you like. So here I already have Google Sheets, so I'm going to select that, and now I'm going to say a trigger event is whenever a new row is added to my spreadsheet. So a new row dictates or depicts that there is new data, which means there's new purchase orders. So I'm going to click on new spreadsheet row, and then I'm going to hit continue, choose my Google Sheets account, hit continue again, and the spreadsheet we're going to use is the YouTube test spreadsheet that we just created, which is right here. And then the worksheet, there are no additional worksheets. You can see at the bottom here it just says sheet 1. So I'm just going to select that same sheet 1, which is sheet 1 right here. And then you just hit continue again. So now I can hit test and continue and see what happens. Now Google or Zapier should be able to find that data, which it did, or it wouldn't let me go to this next step. So now what we need to do is enroll them as a student into our school every time we find that data in the Google Sheet. Every time there's a new order, row will be added in your Google Sheet. Every time that row gets added, Zapier is going to pull it, and every time Zapier pulls it, you're telling Zapier, now go ahead and create the student into my school. Again, in my case, I'm going to use new Zenler, but whichever school platform you're on, you're going to use that. And now we're going to say create a user. Actually, I'm going to say enroll a user. So when you select enroll, it automatically creates the user for you if they are not already a user in your school. And I'm going to select my account here. This account has expired. All right, let's select this one. And then you select which course. So in this case, we're going to enroll them in the platform app builder, because that was what the Thrivecart product was. And then once you select that, you can select the other options. Some are required, some are optional. So I'm just going to fill in the required ones. Name, this data is feeding from the Google Sheet. So name's right here. You're going to select that. Again, email also pulling from the Google Sheet. So let's look for the email field, and that's it. You're going to continue. This is going to send a test to my new Zenler school. So I'm going to test and continue, and then I'll log into new Zenler to show you how this student gets created. So let's test and continue. It has sent the data. Now before I make the Zap live, which is just by switching the button here, I'm going to go into my Zenler school and see whether the data is there. So I'm going to pause this video real quick, come back and show you my new Zenler school as well. Okay, we're back. I'm in my new Zenler school, and as you can see right here, let's take this pencil, show you. Here's my user, and here's exactly the one that we sent from Zapier. Sorry for the crappy drawing, but you can see how this got sent into my new Zenler school. And that's it. That was really it. So let's recap what we did here. Step one was to create within Thrivecart a product. Once you have that product, what you're going to do is you're going to connect that product in behavior with your Google Sheet. Then you go into Zapier, create a Zap, and that Zap will tell, that Zap's going to fire every time there's a new row in your Google spreadsheet. And once that row gets created, you're going to tell Zapier, okay, now enroll this person as a student in my online school. And that's pretty much it. It's super easy, nothing complicated here. It's just wrapping your head around how all these moving parts fit in together, and there you have it. And that's it for this video and how to connect Thrivecart to your online course using Zapier. Now, if you're new to online course creation, or if you're considering a new platform, I would like for you to check out new Zenler. They're currently in beta, and I have a super cool beta offer for anyone who gets into their beta program through my link. You get 9 awesome bonuses, which you can check out in the description below. And with that, I'm going to leave you to creating your courses. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.